What if I told you that some of the most powerful tools to reclaim your strength after 60 are not locked away in a gym, but are already waiting inside your own body? And what if the real secret to vitality wasn't about pushing harder, but about moving smarter, in ways that protect your joints, reawaken your muscles, and even sharpen your mind? Most of us don't realize this, but after the age of 60, our bodies change. These changes make simple, mindful movements far more meaningful than complicated, strenuous workouts. A controlled sit-to-stand can recruit more muscle fibers than a poorly performed squat. A slow, deliberate heel raise can improve your circulation more effectively than many cardio machines. And a single, mindful step to the side can reduce your risk of a fall more than balance trainers that cost hundreds of dollars. Today, I am going to guide you through 5 gentle, science-backed exercises. They may look familiar, but I will teach them to you through a new lens, the lens of longevity. These movements are not just exercises. They are signals. They are signals that tell your body to stay strong, signals that help your nerves fire faster, and signals that fiercely protect your independence. And please stay with me until the end, because one of these exercises requires almost no effort, yet it holds the power to transform the way you walk, stand, and stabilize your very core. Before we begin, I'd love to know who is joining me. Please take a moment to drop your name and where you're watching from in the comments. We're so glad to have you with us. Let's begin. Lesson 1. The sit-to-stand with posture control. This is a foundational movement to rebuild strength, balance, and independence. It may surprise you, but the simple act of rising from a chair is one of the strongest predictors of a person's independence after age 60, even more so than how far they can walk or how fast they can run. Here's why. The sit-to-stand is a compound functional movement. It activates major muscle groups, the quadriceps, the glutes, the core, all at once. At the same time, it stimulates your vestibular system, your body's balance center, and the neural pathways that control coordination. A study in the Journal of Geriatric Physical Therapy found that adults over 60 who practiced this movement daily for just 8 weeks improved their lower body strength by 31% and reduced their risk of falling by nearly 40%. What's even more inspiring is the neurological effect. This simple action strengthens the mind-muscle connection, helping your body respond faster, adjust more effectively, and feel more confident with every step you take. Beyond the muscles, this movement also supports your metabolic health. Repeated sit-to-stand exercises increase circulation, boost insulin sensitivity, and even support cognitive function by increasing blood flow to the brain. In other words, each time you rise from your chair with control, you're not just moving. You're telling your body, I am still strong. I am still here. I'm not done yet. Here is how you do it. Start by sitting in a sturdy, stable chair with your feet flat on the floor and your knees aligned directly over your ankles. Place your hands lightly across your chest or extend them forward if you need a little extra balance. Take a gentle breath in. As you breathe out, press evenly through both heels and rise to a standing position as smoothly as you can. Imagine your spine lifting upward, like a zipper being pulled from your hips to the crown of your head. Once you're fully upright, pause for a moment. Feel your core, thighs, and glutes engaged and working together. Then, with complete control, lower yourself back down. Do not drop or fall into the chair. Aim for 5 to 8 slow, deliberate repetitions, resting whenever you need to. For a pro tip, if standing up from your chair feels too difficult, place a firm pillow on the seat. This reduces the distance you have to travel. As your strength improves, you can gradually remove the pillow. Lesson 2. The wall. Push up with breath focus to rebuild upper body strength, protect your joints, and reconnect with your breath. After 60, one of the most overlooked forms of strength is upper body stability, especially in the chest, shoulders, and arms. Why does this matter? Because this strength is the foundation for countless daily activities: lifting groceries, reaching into high cabinets, pushing open a heavy door, or even catching yourself if you stumble. Wall push-ups may seem simple, but they are a clinical gold standard for restoring functional upper body strength without straining your joints. A 2022 study from the American College of Sports Medicine revealed that older adults who perform wall push-ups 3 times a week improve their shoulder mobility by 23% and reduce pain in their wrists and elbows, all thanks to improved form and posture. What makes this version so powerful is the integration of breath. By pairing the movement with slow, intentional breathing, you activate the parasympathetic nervous system. This helps to reduce blood pressure, lower stress hormones like cortisol, and support your overall heart health. More than just building muscle, this movement also helps correct the rounded posture that many of us develop from years of sitting. As your posture improves, so does your lung capacity, your balance, and even your sense of confidence. When you perform a wall push-up with control and presence, you are not only strengthening your body, you are restoring trust in your own ability to move safely, gracefully, and independently. Every push you make today is one step further from frailty and one step closer to freedom. Here is how to do it. Stand about an arm's length from a clear, solid wall. Place your hands flat on the wall at shoulder height, slightly wider than your shoulders. Keep your feet shoulder-width apart with your heels firmly on the ground. Inhale slowly through your nose as you bend your elbows and lean your body toward the wall. Keep your body in a straight line from your head to your heels, with no sagging in the middle or arching in your back. Pause just before your face touches the wall. Then, exhale slowly through your mouth as you push back to the starting position. Repeat this movement for 8 to 10 controlled repetitions. For a pro tip, to sync your movement and breath, count 1, 2, 3 on the way in and 1, 2, 3 on the way out. Rest if you need to between sets. Lesson 3. The heel-to-toe balance walk, a brain-body reset to rebuild coordination, strengthen your reflexes, and protect your independence. Balance isn't just about your feet. It's a full-body system, an intricate dance involving your inner ear, your nervous system, your eyes, your muscles, and your brain. After age 60, small imbalances often appear before we even notice them. A slight wobble when turning, a slower reaction when stepping off a curb, a moment of hesitation when reaching for something sideways. The heel-to-toe walk may look simple, but neurologists consider it one of the most effective drills to reconnect your body's complex communication systems. Why? Because placing one foot directly in front of the other forces your brain to recalibrate each and every movement with precision. A 2021 study in the Journal of Aging and Physical Activity found that seniors who practiced heel-to-toe walking for just 5 minutes a day improved both their gait speed and their reaction time, reducing their fall risk by up to 50% within 6 weeks. More powerful still, this movement stimulates the cerebellum, the part of your brain responsible for coordination and timing. This means your brain becomes faster at helping you correct a misstep, catch yourself, or shift direction suddenly. Each time you perform this walk, you're not just training your balance. You are building brain agility, stabilizing the delicate joints in your ankles and knees, and restoring trust in your body's ability to react in an instant. Think of this as a daily brain tune-up, moving one slow, deliberate step at a time toward confidence, calm, and control. Here is how you do it. Stand tall near a wall or a sturdy chair for safety. Place one foot directly in front of the other, so the heel of your front foot is touching the toes of your back foot. Keep your eyes looking forward and your shoulders relaxed. Take a slow, steady step forward, again placing your heel directly against your toe with each move. Move in a straight line for about 8 to 10 steps, then pause and breathe. If you need to, you can lightly touch the wall for balance, but try to rely on your muscles, not your hands. For a pro tip, imagine you're walking along a narrow beam or a painted line on the floor. Perform 2 to 3 passes of this walk daily. Over time, you'll feel your ankles become more stable and your reaction speed improve. Lesson 4. Seated knee. Lifts with diaphragmatic breathing to activate your core, improve circulation, and reconnect your breath to your movement. Strength doesn't always come from big, bold movements. Sometimes it begins with a small, quiet lift, paired with a deep breath and the intention to reconnect with your body from the inside out. Seated knee lifts, when combined with deep diaphragmatic breathing, do more than just strengthen your core and thighs. They stimulate your deep stabilizer muscles, improve your spinal alignment, and retrain your breathing to become more efficient, which has powerful effects on your heart, your brain, and even your digestion. After age 60, many people begin to rely on shallow, upper chest breathing, especially if they've experienced anxiety, back pain, or limited mobility. This pattern limits oxygen flow, reduces endurance, and can actually weaken your posture over time. But when you practice controlled abdominal breathing during movement, you engage your diaphragm, your transverse abdominis, and your pelvic floor, all of which are critical for balance, continence, and core control. Research from the National Institutes of Health shows that seated exercises paired with deep breathing can lower blood pressure, reduce stress, and increase walking endurance in older adults, even those with limited mobility. This movement is accessible to nearly everyone, even those who can't stand for long periods. But don't let its gentleness fool you. It's training your nervous system, oxygenating your brain, and preparing your body for every other movement you'll make today. Sometimes the smallest lifts create the greatest momentum. Here is how you do it. Sit tall in a firm chair with your feet flat on the floor, about hip-width apart. Rest your hands gently on your thighs. Inhale deeply through your nose, allowing your belly to expand outward like a balloon. As you exhale slowly through your mouth, lift your right knee just a few inches from the floor. Avoid leaning back. Lower your leg as you finish the breath, then alternate sides. Let your breath guide the movement. Inhale to prepare. Exhale as you lift. Aim for 10 to 12 total repetitions, which is 5 to 6 per leg. For a pro tip, don't rush this movement. Focus more on the quality of your control and the depth of your breath rather than on speed. Over time, this will improve your core coordination and make walking, standing, and balancing feel steadier, all without strain. Lesson 5. Standing side steps to strengthen your hips, protect your balance, and reduce fall risk from the ground up. We often focus on forward motion, walking, climbing stairs, getting up from a chair. But one of the first things to decline with age is our side-to-side stability, and its loss is one of the biggest predictors of dangerous falls. That's where standing side steps come in. This simple movement activates the often neglected hip abductors, the gluteus medius, and the lateral stabilizers of your knees and ankles. These muscles are absolutely essential for preventing a sideways collapse while walking, or for catching your balance after a stumble. According to a 2020 study in the Journals of Gerontology, targeted lateral movement training reduced fall risk in adults over 65 by more than 43%, and it improved their confidence in walking across the board. But there's something even more powerful at play. Engaging your outer hips through sidestepping also improves your pelvic alignment, which can relieve pressure from the lower back and increase joint lubrication in the hips and knees. When you combine this movement with mindful control, you retrain your proprioception, your body's innate ability to sense where it is in space. This internal GPS can become less accurate with age or inactivity. The beauty of this exercise is in its elegant simplicity. Step by step, you're not just strengthening muscles, you are widening your foundation, restoring your body's symmetry, and saying to yourself, I can move with confidence in any direction life takes me. Here's how you do it. Stand with your feet hip-width apart, near a wall or a sturdy chair for balance. Gently engage your core and soften your knees. Step to your right about 12 to 18 inches, then bring your left foot to meet it. Continue for 6 to 8 steps to the right, then reverse the direction and take 6 to 8 steps to the left. Keep your movements smooth and controlled. Stay upright and avoid leaning or swaying your torso. Breathe naturally throughout the exercise. For a pro tip, imagine you are drawing a perfectly straight line on the floor with your feet. This mental cue helps to improve your alignment and hip stability. Perform 2 to 3 passes on each side, resting between sets. Over time, this will make everyday movements like turning, pivoting, or sidestepping obstacles feel safer and much more natural. Now, for some practical advice. If you're just getting started, or restarting after some time away, please know this. Consistency always beats intensity. You do not need to sweat or strain to make progress. What your body needs most after 60 is gentle repetition, safe movement, and regular signals that say, "I'm still using this." Even small improvements in your balance and strength can dramatically reduce your risk of falls, joint pain, and fatigue. And if something feels too hard today, modify it. Sit down, slow down, breathe through it. The goal isn't perfection, it's persistence. Every small movement you make is a message to yourself. Today, I choose strength. What you have just done is not merely a workout, it is a declaration. Every time you rise from a chair with control, push away from a wall, balance in motion, or breathe with purpose, you are sending a clear, undeniable message to your body. We are not done yet. These 5 movements may look simple, but simplicity is deceptive and it is powerful. Behind each one lies a mountain of research in neuroscience, biomechanics, and the physiology of aging. And, even more important, behind each one lies your intention. Your intention to stay strong, to remain independent, and to stay connected to the life you love. After the age of 60, your body changes. But change does not have to mean decline. It means adaptation. And the good news is, your body is still highly capable of rebuilding strength, rewiring balance, and restoring energy, all without fancy equipment or punishing workouts. In just 10 minutes a day, you have begun the process of reactivating deep muscle chains, protecting your joints, calming your nervous system, and improving circulation to your brain. You've done it all through movements that meet you exactly where you are today. And the best part? You can do this again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next. You are building a habit of resilience, one mindful step at a time. Before you go, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these 5 movements surprised you the most, and which one will you start practicing daily? Your story matters. Your progress matters. And together, we are building more than just strength. We are building a stronger community for healthy aging, one breath, one step, and one day at a time. I'll see you in the next lesson. Stay strong. You've already started.